Hey everyone, I've been wanting to film this quick video to show you how I set up my planner for 2018. And so I'm in the Louis Vuitton PM Agenda, which is pocket size, and I'm still loving it. I've been in this planner, this size planner for, I don't know, a couple months now, I think, maybe 2, 3 months, I can't remember, but I'm still loving it so far. But it does have its challenges, which I'll get into once we get through the inside. But I wanted to show you how it looks. This is how it looks in the top view, side view, and bottom. And so I have it pretty stuffed, I think, as much as I can stuff it. And so when you first open it up, I just put the sticky notes that I use the most. So these small sticky notes that fit nicely in a pocket planner. These are from like a Kaiser Craft sticky note set. I'll link it down below if they still have it available. And then in this front pocket, I just keep a couple of stickers that I use for on the go. I just keep like a sampler sheet and some don't forget, because I use these stickers a lot for reminders. And then I keep one other set of just a few sticky notes. These are Kate Spade, and they fit really nicely, like perfectly in a pocket size. So going into the new year, this is kind of going to be a family theme for us. Be the best version of yourself. I cut this off from a Heidi Swapp card that I bought from Michaels. It was on sale, so I bought a whole pack, and then I cut this off. It barely fit a pocket size, and then I just put like a clear plastic over it to protect it. And then first thing in my planner, which a lot of you who've been following me know, I like to keep this in the front of my planner, is my goals inserts. And these are available as free downloads on my website, theplannerspot.com. And it comes in pocket size, personal size, and A5 size. So just quickly to go through this, I'm sorry I didn't make a goal setting video series. It was just way too crazy and I just didn't have time to do that. But basically here in this first page is my top goals. I like to do top 3 goals, but you could always print out more of these if you want to have, 6 or 9 or however many goals you want to set for yourself. I like to do top 3. So I have get healthy, family time, like family first, and stuff for the planner spot. And sometimes if you'll see a sticky note, there's some things I just want to keep private, so that's why that's there. But basically I break down my goals, my major goals, into daily, weekly, and monthly steps, and I use that to plan all throughout the year. So I'll show you in a minute kind of how some of these go into play, but I find it really helpful to break it down into daily, weekly, and monthly steps to help me reach that one big goal. I do have other goals besides this. These are just the top ones. And so like my priorities. And then the next page is monthly tasks. And so I take these monthly, like monthly health habit, monthly family adventure, monthly possibly subscription for the planner spot. And I put it here to start off. Here's health habit, family adventure, subscription. And then I put anything else for the month that I need to remember that happens every single month that I don't want to forget. So like the Planner Spot First Friday customer appreciation treat, newsletter, some stuff we have to do for our daughter's school, some things I have to do for work, and some finance stuff. I put it here so every month when I'm ready to plan that month, I always go here and make sure to plan these into my month. And then the same thing for weekly. So my next one is weekly tasks. And here I split it into things I do every day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I ran out of room, so I kind of just continued it on the back, Saturday and Sunday. And so these are things, first of all, if you go here to my goals, you'll see weekly recipe, weekly family date, weekly planner release. And these are in here too. So we have like, oh, actually the weekly date, I have it, I just plan it every week. It's just part of my, like when I look at my calendar, I always plan a weekly family date. But then if you see weekly recipe on Thursdays, I have here menu planning. So that's when I would look up a new recipe and then weekly release on, well, it's supposed to be on Fridays, but I'd get it ready on Thursdays, see listings. So again, these goals here are incorporated into my monthly and weekly planning as well as my daily planning. So here is my ideal daily schedule. I think for the most part, I followed this, you know, not perfectly every day, but this is the ideal that we strive for. And then if you see here, daily activity, that would be family time here. Daily activity. So this is something new actually that I have to work into the schedule for 2018. I call it an activity because it's not always going to be like workout at the gym, but it's at least if it's something that I'm being active. So that's something I kind of had to find a space in here in my daily schedule. But the daily activity for family is this family time right around dinner, and then the daily social media. And so that's not scheduled because I don't do it at a certain time, but you'll see later on I have a place for my daily habits, and that's where I put that there. And then as well as just other stuff like our schedule and scheduling in the planner spot stuff because I do have a day job. And so yeah, this is my ideal schedule. So that's what I keep at the front of my planner. I did kind of do this for 2018, but I did add a couple things like that daily exercise that I need to kind of add in. But for the most part, this is what I'm going into 2018 with. So that's top 3 goals, monthly, weekly, and daily. And then here I have year at a glance on 2 pages. So January through June, July through December. And these are a free download on my website as well. And yeah, so they're in all 3 sizes: pocket, personal, A5. And yeah, I just like to have that there as reference. Also, I'm gonna mark certain things here that I just want to see kind of at a glance, like something to do, some things with my daughter's school, like attendance wise and stuff like that, or like days that she has to take off school, like if we're going out of town. And also girly, you know, monthly stuff here. I want to mark it here so I could just see it at a glance. So that's for 2018. And then here is my monthly calendar. So I keep a whole year. So I have December here, but then I also have all of 2018 in here. And so what I do is I just decorate 1 month at a time. And usually like for January, I'm going to do it this week sometime. I'll decorate for January. Usually I'll do it a little bit sooner, like mid-month. So maybe around here I would usually do January. But we were so busy with Christmas stuff that I haven't had a chance. So right now I just have December decorated. All these stickers are from my shop. I believe yes, all of them are from my shop. I sell the monthly inserts in my shop as dated in the main shop, and then I have undated in the printable shop. This side column would be always health, personal, the planner spot, and work, and then the main focus or project that I want to work on this month. So that's what I will use that column for. Here I just put main, like I put deco, but then I put main things like birthdays, you know, and main projects like First Friday. This is like the family adventure that I have on my family time, the monthly adventure. And adventure is basically just something out of the ordinary my family and I would do. So we went to Christmas in the park and downtown on this day, and then holidays. So that's all I really put there: big projects, holidays, birthdays, and deco. Where I would put some due dates, because I don't want to clutter this up, or else, you know, I just want this to be like very clean and focused on my main stuff for the month. But then those tiny little deadlines and stuff like that, I keep on this sticky note, which I got from Peanuts Planner Co., and I'll link her down below. And I just put the number of the day and whatever's due, like time cards, Apple payment, bring cups to my daughter's class for her party, you know, vacation times and stuff like that. I put here so as not to clutter this up, because I don't need to see it like that. I just need to have a list right here. So that's kind of what I'm trying out right now. And then, so like I said, I only plan 1 month at a time, you know, fully. So this is December. For future months, I have these sticky notes and I write down any kind of things that I need to note for when I'm ready to plan the next month. So I have sticky notes on each month right before that month. And then on the actual months, all I did for all of 2018 is list any days off, holidays, and like breaks. Like my girls are on Christmas break this week, so I mark it off. This is a quick glance of the bigger stuff, like so I could plan vacations, I could plan, you know, what to do when my girls have days off of school and what I'm going to do about work and a sitter and stuff like that. So really throughout all of 2018, I just marked those things, you know, vacations, breaks, holidays, birthdays, and that's it. I don't really do much else. But then what I would do is once it's time to plan that month, then I'll fully decorate it like this, like December. So yeah, I have that through all of 2018. And then at the end, I have this sheet, which I can't remember if I bought this or it's a download off of Peanuts Planner Co. Just important dates that I wrote in 2019. So anything that I need to note for 2019, which is not going to be a lot because I don't really plan 2 years in advance. But like, for instance, I have one here that I had to remember to schedule a doctor appointment for my daughter for her 11-year-old doctor checkup, whatever. So I don't want to forget, so I marked it there. So yeah, that's all my monthly, like the year at a glance, monthly, and then future planning. And then you come to my current planning here. So I have this insert, fold out insert from Peanuts Planner Co., which is one of my favorite inserts ever. So this is really meant to be a monthly insert, I believe she has it as, and then I use it as weekly. So I use this column as things that I had to do this week but are not falling on a particular day. I just had to get it done this week. I put it here. And then Monday column, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So what I use each row for is, this is any full day events, like a birthday, like a day off, holiday. And then this column, or I mean, this row here is for any appointments, meetings, and whatever. Something with the time goes in this column. And then the remainder, row. And then the remainder rows would be work, the planner spot, personal, and then little things like shipments. I had to do a pickup at Walmart or something like that, like TV shows or whatever, I would mark down here. So this is usually very full, but because this was the week right before Christmas, I tried to keep from here on out really light, just to spend time preparing for Christmas and spend time with family and stuff like that. But usually this is all filled out, and minimal decorations. Mostly the deco I would put is up here just to call my attention to a birthday or a holiday or a day off. So I use this every single week. And this is available printed or printable off of Peanuts Planner Co. And then the next thing I have here is my daily. So I'll flip to just where my page marker was. This is how I open up my planner every day and keep it open on my desk. So what I have here is like a sidebar. And I always like to put a deco here, whether it had to be with a holiday or just an inspirational quote or just something cute. And then I put the main projects I have to do this week and any main thing the following week, so I could keep it on my radar. So just 3, usually it's like personal, the planner spot, and work, like 3 main projects for the week. And then anything next week, like next week is New Year's Eve. Actually, this week is New Year's Eve now. I haven't planned for this week yet because it was Christmas and I was just kind of like on vacation mode totally. So I still need to plan for this week. What it looks like if you open this up, so I get a ton of questions on like Instagram and Facebook about this. This is just my daily inserts that I sell in the shop. It's a twist on it. I kind of customized it for my own needs, but this is basically its own insert, and this is a separate insert. And I think what people are thinking when they see it on my Instagram is that this is one like foldable insert, and it's not. It's two separate inserts. And this I got from Peanuts Planner Co. It's actually part of a, I think there's another thing on this side, but I only wanted like this kind of thing right here, so I just print out this side. But basically what I use it for is, and I kind of typed over it and used, because I got it as a printable. I bought it as a printable and I tagged over it home and dinners. And then so I put any home projects like chores here and meal planning here, and then this whole long daily tracker. And so I wanted a lot of spaces because I'm trying to build up better habits. And then once it becomes a habit, I'll take it off of here. But for now, as you can see, there's a lot of habits that I want to start or build up, and as you can see, I don't do a great job. The highlighted ones are the ones that I've been doing, and the X's means I haven't. Check marks with the highlight means I have, and I highlight it just so I can have a quick glance of how I'm doing, which is not so great, but that will change in 2018 hopefully. So yeah, that's what I do. And yeah, I still use this gray highlighter, which I love, this mild liner from Zebra. You could get it online at like Amazon or Jet Pens. I got it at a local stationery store. And so yeah, this is its own insert, which I use every week. And then it's kind of like a week at a glance kind of thing, and tracking and stuff like that. And then these are my daily inserts. So like I said, these I sell in my shop a version of these. I should have brought one here with me. It's basically this, but on the ones that I sell in the shop, it has a divider line here. And the reason why I put that divider line is for people that like to use these full boxes, like the Erin Condren size stickers. So you can have that guideline. So there would be one full box would fit here and one full box would fit here. I don't use full boxes on here, so I took out that line on my own personal inserts. And also I decided to only use my daily layout on my left side, so my right side could be notes. So I printed the inserts as a grid paper, and then on the back side is the daily layout. And so the ones in my shop, both printed and printable, are not like that. They are pretty much this layout, you know, with a line here for a divider, printed on both sides. And so if you guys really, really want, I mean, more than just a handful of people, if there's enough people that really want this type of layout, I could look into bringing it into the shop, so comment down below. But if not, I'm just gonna leave it as it is, where the daily is printed on both sides. So the way I use it is daily layout here, which I plan. Usually now it's been every morning of this day, like Tuesday morning, right away. Like one of the first things I do is I plan out my day. So this is my daily schedule and this is my to-dos. And what I like to do is, if you can see here, like this is for my work, and then I put the to-dos right next to it. And then here's another, then I have a little bit of a break because I had to pick up the girls, and then my work again, and here's my to-do. While the girls are doing homework and I'm kind of helping them, but they don't need me constantly, then I do a little bit of stuff here. Here's another thing for my girls' school. I had to do something here. And then for the planner spot, I did some stuff here. So as you can see, when I plan a block of time to do some kind of work, excuse me, I put the to-dos right next to it. So that's how I use that. And then this side for any notes, miscellaneous notes. So just so you can see, let's see, here's Monday. And a lot of times I don't put stickers just because a lot of times it gets filled in just with information, or I don't have time. So Monday and Tuesday are pretty plain, but if you can see here on Wednesday, here's that don't forget sticker. I use this quite often, and this is reminding me to don't forget my daughter's supplies for her party, a countdown for Christmas. That's Wednesday. Here's Thursday, don't forget teacher gifts. Friday I didn't plan it out because that was our first day off and it was kind of like free flowing. So I just got a little sticky note of things I needed to remember to do that day, but I would get to it whenever I got to it. And then countdown, grocery list, because I had to go shopping. Saturday and Sunday are completely blank except for the countdown sticker, just because it was like the day before Christmas and Christmas Eve, and I didn't want to make any concrete plans other than spending time with family. I use this page marker from Filofax, and then I only keep 1 week's worth of daily pages in here because, and I'll get to this in a minute, but the rings of the PM agenda for Louis Vuitton are so small that I had to be very picky or very like selective of what inserts I put in here because only so much will fit. So I only keep 1 week's worth of daily inserts in here. And then so I only have till Sunday, and then I made a couple notes there for church, but then after that is nothing. Here on this first divider, I have a pen loop thing where I keep my friction ball slim pen. So it says it's a 0.38, but actually I bought a 0.5 refill and I stuck it in here because it's a little bit thicker ink and darker. And so I like that better, but I like this slim, you know, pen style. So I just put a 0.5 in here. And you can buy, I bought mine on Amazon. I think you could also get it on JetPens or something like that. And on this first divider, I just kind of stuck a few pieces of washi and an extra page flag just because I had it extra from something else I was doing and I didn't want to waste it. So I kind of stuck them here to use whenever I might need some. So these dividers are from Sesavi, and you can get them for a small fee. You could get them customized with gold foil, which looks really pretty. But because sometimes I like to switch up what I use dividers for, I didn't want to get them printed. So I got mine blank, and they're very thin plastic dividers, and I'll talk more about those in a minute. But I keep the same sections I've always keep. If you've watched any of my other videos, it's pretty much the same thing. This first section is, I kind of changed the order. So the first section is for personal, like family and personal stuff, because I figure family first. It should go first in my planner. So here, I like to always use the back side of the first divider as notes for that category. So these are just notes for personal stuff. Like, oh, here's where I plan. So this is how I plan every week. Every week, like every Sunday when I go to plan my week, this is the order I go in. So I go to my calendar on my phone first, put in anything's there, and here's where I said where I do the dates. So the date with my husband, me time, date with my daughters, and a family date. Any reminders, sometimes I'll place sticky notes in different places in my planner, so I check those. The tasks are those weekly tasks, right here in the front, these weekly tasks. Brain dumps are actually, I've been calling it brain dump, but I don't know if that's exactly the right term for it. It's pretty much a running task list, and I have a running task list for each category. So that's what I mean there. And then any projects. So projects would be pretty much what I put here on the side, like I showed you. So I will check in here and see if there's some things I need to do in regards to those projects. And then family calendar, that's something new I just started. I just have a wall calendar for my family and I, where I put things that we all need to be aware of. So this is a little reminder to update our family calendar. This is just a list of shipment happy mail that should be coming in. And then here is a fold out that I'm starting new for 2018. And this is my own fold out. And I basically just did a spin off of the monthly. If you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, the monthly calendar or insert. I pretty much just did that, but you know, took out the month header and stuff and the numbers and everything. And I'm going to use this for meals. So I'm going to use it for meal planning, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner, and plan the whole week. So yeah, that's something new I wanted to start in 2018. Before, what I was just doing is dinners like this. But now I want to, because I'm really trying to get healthier, I want to plan out all the meals as best I can. And so I want to start using this in 2018. I don't yet have this in the shop, but if people really want it, I might be able to offer. Depends on the demand. So let me know if you're interested in that. Otherwise, it's just very simple. I mean, you could do that on any kind of insert or paper. So yeah, I'll keep that right at the front of my personal section. And then I have that running task list. So basically anytime a task comes up that doesn't need to be done immediately, I write it down here. And then every week when I plan my week, I look in here, any tasks I can pull out and do that week. And then I cross it off with my gray mild liner. And then I just keep a few extra sheets of paper back here. And then the second section is for the planner spot. And again, I like to use this back side of the divider for any notes. And this is kind of like some ideas of Instagram posts I can do. And then this insert here is from Peanuts Planner Co. And she kind of leaves it open. She doesn't title them, so you can use them however you like, which I really like a lot. So this is something new for 2018. And what I want to use this for, I put sticky notes because I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to use it for, but I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to go for. So this calendar section I want to use for editorial, like ideas for my video or scheduling my videos and my blog posts, but also product releases. So if there's any new products coming out, I would also mark it on this calendar. And then down below, I would write down any projects I want to work on. So like if there's a series of videos or blog posts, I would kind of jot it down here. Or if there's like, if I wanted to do that subscription I was talking about and I wanted to kick it off here, I would write it down here. You know, anything, any other projects I would write down here. And then this side is numbered 1 through 31. And I would put social media ideas, like for Instagram, pretty much for Instagram pictures or stories, I would put here. So yeah, I'm really excited about doing this, and I really love this insert a lot. I bought it as a download printable from Peanuts Planner Co. And then again, that running task list and just a few extra blank papers. And then this last section here is for work. So I do communications at my day job, and so I just have some notes here of communications that I had to plan every month. And then just the areas where they go into our communications planning. And then I also have the same fold out insert here that I have in the planner spot section. And I want to use it for the calendar part for any events happening that needs to be put through our communications process would be here. Any special projects would be here. And again, social media, mainly for my work, our main social media is Facebook. So 1 through 31, I would just put ideas for Facebook posts there. And then the running task list and extra papers again. So basically, because the pocket-sized planner has very limited space, I had to choose what was the most important to me. And I knew, I wanted to have all of 2018 monthly calendar in here because it helps me just plan out vacations or bigger things when I can see it like at a glance like this rather than kind of scrolling through my phone. So that was a priority for me. The goals was a priority. The daily sheets, I only have to keep 1 week because I don't plan further than 1 week in here in my daily pages. And so I only had to keep 1 week. And then for this section, like I said, so I had to be so picky. So I decided I'm only going to keep the tracking thing, like the planning, meal planning, and communications and projects planning, and a running task list, and that's it. No other lists or anything like that. Other lists like, grocery lists, like grocery lists, I don't know, whatever other kind of lists that I need to keep, but I don't access all the time, I keep on my phone or my computer in Evernote. So I keep a lot of notes in there that I don't need to access all the time. What I keep in here, because I had to be so picky, is only the things that I need for planning. So it's directly for planning that I use every day or every week, I keep in here. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is this little notebook. This is also a new addition. This little notebook is a traveler size or passport, what do they call it? It's basically for the traveler's notebook, passport size, and just a blank lined notebook. And I keep it back here, and this is more like my brain dump. So like I was saying before, I think I was calling this my brain dump. This is really a running task list, but my brain dump is this now. And I moved it into here because this, after I'm done, could be thrown out and I get a new one and I start it here. This is basically where I just jot down whatever's in my brain, get it down on paper, organize it, and then from here, once this is full or once I'm done brainstorming that particular thing, I'll move it into my Evernote or I'll move it into here. So I'll show you some ideas. So I have 3 categories as always: personal, the planner spot, and work. And so the kinds of things I keep in here are like, right now, because we're starting a new year, I wanted to jot down all the things I want to do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and a monthly basis, just to like, I don't know, like build up those good habits, like I said, and get things done. So I'm just brainstorming here, and then I'll move it wherever it needs to go, either in here or in Evernote. So these are like disposable lists that once I'm done brainstorming, I'll move it out of here, and then I could toss this and start a new one. So that's daily, weekly, monthly. I do some recipes. I want to get find some recipes for these things. I want to freshen up my wardrobe. Over Christmas break, some things I want to do for personal, family, the planner spot, and work. And then some miscellaneous projects for 2018, some decluttering stuff, and then some blank pages. And then the next section is the planner spot. Again, I'm doing the same thing, daily stuff, weekly and monthly, that I just want to make sure that I'm doing each day, week, and month. And then there's some private notes in here, like some things I have in the works that I want to remain as a surprise for you guys. So I paper clip that together here just to keep that a little private. But here I'm trying to really look at my inventory that I have in the main shop and printable shop and really simplify it, keep it to the basics, you know, and focus, because that's pretty much how my planning style is very minimalist. So I want to keep everything very minimalist. So I'm kind of jotting down what kind of products I want to keep and what I want to get rid of here. And then I put some Instagram ideas, video ideas, blog ideas, insert ideas, sticker ideas, and then your requests. So whenever you guys make a request, either on Instagram, Facebook, or my videos, I do write them down, and then I try to put them to a poll. So I poll people on Facebook. Here's some requests I got lately. What would you like to see next? And then I try to create that and test it out and see how it sells. So make sure to put in your requests, and then I'll write it down and add it to the next poll. And then I have a couple of secret stuff, and then I have some blank pages. And then the last section is for my work. Again, daily, weekly, and monthly goals and projects. And then that's pretty much it. And then this fits perfectly. I got this, here's the back part, Travelers Company. I guess if you go to travelers-company.com, you could get that here. I got it at a local stationery store. And then if it's perfectly in the PM, I just stick it here. Oops, sorry. Stick it here. And then, yeah, and then it makes my, PM nice and chunky. The last thing I wanted to end with is some pocket planner hacks. And so, like I said, I had to do a lot of trial and error with this planner, especially with the Louis Vuitton PM. I think the Louis Vuitton PM probably has the smallest rings of all the pocket planners, so it was definitely a challenge. I think I have planner piece now I think I have 98% planner piece with this planner. But having bigger rings would definitely put me at 100%. So I wanted to show you guys, if you guys are moving into a pocket planner, especially the Louis Vuitton one, I wanted to show you guys some tricks that helped me make this work, because it's very hard moving from a personal to a pocket planner. So number one, and this is a trick that other people told me, I think on my first video where I showed this pocket planner is trimming down the pages, and I wanted to show you guys what that looks like. So I'll take one of these pages. So here's a insert that I got from Peanuts Planner Co. already printed and punched. And if I put this in here as it is, I would have more trouble turning my pages, because what happens is these pages need some extra space to turn smoothly. If they're too crunched up, they'll get stuck on each other and it's harder to turn, which even with all my tricks I did, I still have sometimes some trouble turning these pages. They get stuck on each other, especially with this notebook in, but if I take it out, it's a little bit better. But anyways, what I do is, so here's just a regular pocket size insert that you'd get like from Peanuts Planner Co. or probably from, you know, one of the other shops. All I do is trim off a little bit off the edge. So I'll show you. Let's see if you can see this. So I'm lining up the holes of both, but if you can see that little bit there, that this is longer, that's how much I trim off. And yeah, it's kind of tedious to go through, you know, 2 or 3 pages at a time and trim that off, but it saves you a lot of frustration when turning your pages. So I do that for all my inserts. So that's trimming the pages. That was one trick. But the other one too, someone else left on my video, is using a smaller hole punch. So I got this one off of Amazon, and it's from EK Tools, and I was only like, I don't know, less than 10 bucks. And if you can see how small that hole is, it punches smaller holes, which also helps with the turning of your pages if your planner's getting too full. So I don't know if you could see here, let's see the difference of the 2 holes. Sorry if it's not coming up on video very well, but let's see. If I do it this way, it's just a little bit of a difference. See that? But it makes a lot of difference when turning your pages. So I highly recommend trimming your pages and punching it with a smaller hole punch. If you're ordering inserts from any shop, you can ask them if you could get them unpunched. Like I know for me, I would definitely send the inserts to you unpunched if you want it that way, and then you could punch them yourself. So just a little tip about that. The other thing is, as you can see in my planner, I use several fold out inserts. So that's another way to get the most space in such a small planner, is using these fold out inserts. And yeah, I mean, these ones I printed from Peanuts Planner Co. and trimmed them and folded them myself. It was super easy, no problems at all. So I highly recommend that, just to maximize the space in your pocket size planner. And then the other hack I have for you are these dividers. So these dividers from Sesavi are super thin, super flexible, but good, sturdy, because they're made out of plastic. So, you know, it's not paper or cardstock, which could get frayed easily. So I use these because it just gives me more space in my planner. The thicker dividers you use, it takes up so much more space, and it just made my pages harder to turn, and I couldn't add as many pages. So I highly recommend these inserts from Sesavi, and I believe she has it in Pocket, Personal, and A5, and I think maybe even disc bound. I'll link her shop down below and you can check it out, but these thinner dividers are really great. The only thing I would say about these is sometimes the sticky notes that I have on here don't stick as well. Like for instance, this one, I had to add a washi tape, and still sometimes it comes off. It's not very, like, it doesn't stick to this material, you know, super great, but it's still good enough. Like these ones haven't fallen off, but I guess it just depends on the type of sticky note you use. And then the other thing is having a small notebook in the back. So I feel like my rings right now are filled to the rim. I wouldn't be able to fit much more in here without the pages getting caught when I'm turning them. I love having the addition of this because it allows me more space without getting my rings too crowded. And then the last tip I have, which I don't do myself, but I heard Peanuts Planner Co., she does this. I think she still does this. She uses thinner paper in her own personal planner. So I think she prints it on like a, I think she said like a 22-pound paper. Most standard paper right now that shops sell, including myself, is 32 pound. And I really love the thickness and quality of a 32 pound, and that ink doesn't shadow through to the other side. But you know, try the 22 pound. It will give you a lot more space in your rings. It might help you out. And that's about it. So that's my setup for 2018 so far. I'm really excited to start the new year, start putting these plans in place. Hopefully some of these tips helped you, especially if you're in a pocket-sized planner and want to maximize your space. And if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments, and I usually try to answer every single comment, or shoot me, you know, a message or something like that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great New Year's. Kick off 2018 right and spend lots of time with your family like I'm planning to do. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.